Hey guys, Tony the SoySauceAssassin. Slight delay today because the laptop was out of battery. I haven't been using the studio for a little bit, so when I tried to hook it up today, it literally was out of battery. It was just that. So let's see. Today we have 1 person on YouTube and 4 person on Twitch. So we have Ash Queen, we have Willie, and we have Joseph and Christopher's on the other side. So like everybody has voted, they like YouTube better. So eventually we'll just chill over to YouTube again once everything's all set. So made a slight change here and there. I put an extra table in here so I can actually stay in here because there was no table before. What else did I do over here? I start to move those prizes in here so that you can see that I have boxes, prizes, and stuff like that. It's all in here. Slowly moving everything in here to make it more comfortable, and you can see I have like glowing light in the back. That's pretty cool. So today we're gonna smoke this Davidoff 25 years cigar journals 2019, or you want to call it cigar journals edition. Now I think first of all, thanks to Joseph pointing me where I can find this, because I didn't know where they have this. And when I get there, they were selling cigar journals over there. So I wasn't sure if they have it because they were selling cigar journal, or did they even start a cigar journal? I don't know. I don't know why they will have this, but even Davidoff themselves don't have it. So, like I said, Davidoff that I used to go to is not the same anymore. So I probably will buy less and less Davidoff from them from that point on. So if there any other place that sells Davidoff, I'll buy from there. I got my package today. They usually charge me $10 on shipping. Now today they charge me $15 on shipping on 2 items. Literally 2 items in the box. They charge me $15 on shipping. So that didn't make me happy for sure. Even though I don't mind to spend the money on Davidoff, it's just that sometimes when you do end up spending that kind of money, you don't feel so good about it. When it could be avoided. I thought we had a system, but once the person left, the system is gone, and the person who's in charge of it didn't like to keep that system. That's the problem. All right, so Fernando's here, Ash Queen's here, Joseph's here, Martina Maya's here. He's not on a date night today. Hopefully he doesn't have to go out and get some chicken wing today. Matthew Jocelyn's here, and Jake Cricket's here. All right, very cedary and cocoa. The wrapper is on the matte side, like it's more matte than shiny. And let's get it cut up. Draw is okay. Jay Quicker, did you just add the 1710 on there? I didn't even notice you had a 1710 at the end. So let me do this, and I'll turn on the music, and then we can get it started today. Today is a little bit, I was running a little late because I was planning a lot of stuff, and I'll talk to you guys about what I planned out. So let's see. All right, music. Let's do this. So how's everybody's Wednesday? Wednesday is the 3rd Monday, hump day. I'm just glad the snow is gone. I do not want to plow any more snow. All right, so where's that music? Let's go back to our original buzz. There we go. A little bit of music is good. Okay, so these I was playing today. I look into basically, continue to plan for the 2021 meeting. I'm pretty sure a lot of you wanted to go and planned to go, but here's the the things about going and setting up a place, most important thing will be getting the right amount of people. All right, so if we get an RSVP, we gotta make sure people show up. You know, you don't want to go there and say, hey, we need a place for 70 people and then only 20 shows up. You know, that would be the worst kind of scenario, and they will never host it again. We're gonna run into all kind of problems. That's not what we want, all right? So I'm expecting about at least 60, because we'll have 60 quite active people, and from that, I think we'll get the, you know, if we were to make the swag, we'll get like the price point about 50 ish, 60. So we had to get a good system for RSVP. All right, so this is what's gonna happen. Once we set everything up, we had to figure out what we'll do an RSVP form for everybody to sign in, and then it's just preliminary, so sometime halfway through the year or something like that, or even very early, like, you know, maybe March, something like that, we'll do a actual recount and everything, and then we will do a fee. Okay, there's gotta be a fee because we have to make the coins, we have to make the t-shirts and whatever swag that we end up getting for that. All right, so we'll pay this one lump sum for every member that's going, and we'll make that so it's non-refundable. So if you don't show up, because the thing's already made, so if you don't show up, you don't get it back. And once you pay that, we consider as your RSVP as confirmed. All right, and that point we can budget from that point. All right, so I think that's the best way to do it. If we got problems, we'll go from there, but I haven't have it completely planned out yet, because I'm still waiting for Cigar Mechanic to kind of, you know, tell us where he think that he would want to go for the event. Because originally we wanted to go to Davidoff, one of the rooftops, but if there's something like, you know, Cigar Mechanic is running event while he's at it and all that stuff, he can be there. I wanted to be able to do that. It's probably most likely cheaper if we do that, so that's where we're going at planning. That's the planning stage. It's a lot of coffee, pepper. It's more like a chili pepper at the end. Cedar. I would call this raw cocoa because it really doesn't have that milky sweetness to it. So it's raw cocoa. And a little bit of spice. Okay, a little bit of spice. Now I think this one is also like 30 bucks, 39 bucks. Like their typical price range for their limited release price range. I just don't know if it's worth it at this point though. Hey Daniel Martin. And the next thing I think I worked on is also the Saturday. This Saturday show. This Saturday is it, guys. You have made it. You are few days, 3 days away from the raffle drawing. Okay, the raffle drawing. Now the drawing is gonna be crazy this time because this time we have significantly more prizes. And it's gonna be better because some of the prizes gonna send directly from them, from whoever donated the prizes. So it's gonna be good. The problem is that we have to keep track of it. So you will see me every time we do a drawing and I have to type up whose name was at what, because literally I need to keep a worksheet, or else I won't remember who wants what until I go back and review that video. And then chances are I will have to go back and review the video because there were some that I didn't even remember last time. I had to go back and watch the video. So make sure to show up for the show. It's not mandatory. I mean, if you bought tickets and you know, if you win the grand prize while you're not there, that prize is still yours. Okay, that prize is still yours. Not gonna change. It's yours. The only thing that's gonna change is that, you know, if I ask, Did anybody win anything yet? And anyone has not won anything yet, speak up. And you're not there to be speaking up, right? If you're not there to speak up, then I wouldn't know. And if we're doing some, like, you know, because I look over at some cigar I can give away, I'm gonna give it away. You're not here, then you can't win that. That's what's going on. That's what's up, yo. Now, some of the prizes I ordered, but it's not here yet. Okay, I'm hoping that you'll get here by Friday. But if it's not here yet, I'll just tell you what it is. And if I have pictures, I'll show you guys pictures of what the price look like. But you know, if I don't have the price, you just have to take it. You know, as is. As is. I feel like last minute, I wanted to add more to make this more exciting for everybody. So you know, as I add them, I realize that they won't get here on time. The shipping is not gonna get here on time. So that happens. That happens. Anyways, I don't want to be the only one that's smoking. If you're smoking something right now, let me know why you're smoking so we can chat about your smoke. Right now, literally the entire Facebook group page is overtaken by one of these. So I really don't know what you're smoking right now. You know, usually I'll check it, but if I scroll down, I see 15 pages of this. So yeah, if you're smoking something, let me know. Sherry is smoking her pipe. Huang's here too. I just saw Huang. So yeah, that's yeah, Cane Daytona. Cane's pretty good cigar. I mean, just the. I didn't think the Cane Daytona's band represents Daytona because it's like an orange band. And it really doesn't, like, you know, it doesn't look like Daytona. I don't know. Does that look like Daytona to you? Egg roll. Wrong roll, but egg roll it is. Gwen Habano. Okay. Now I feel like we need to ask Cigars Daily for some Christmas special deal. What kind of cigar do you guys really want a deal on? Just so you guys, you know, just so I can ask. Never hurt to ask. That's always what my, you know, thing is. It's never hurt to ask. So. Creator, Carita, Tricky Trace. What's Tricky Trace? I realized that the desktop music thing is going on. There we go. That way it's not too loud and too crazy. I don't know why that's on, but hopefully that's just loud enough for the music. The music is not too loud, right? Because I don't want the music to like blast over everybody's ears off. So I just want just enough, you know, just enough. I'm thinking to just paint the back black because green is so annoying. I probably just get a black paint and stop painting it. Well, I know the Miquita Carita is from DTT. I just don't know what Tranquil Trace is. Brian Gillespie is here. I swear I pronounced that last name wrong. Gillespie. Yeah. So. Not at all, but the cigar is good. As long as the cigar is good, I'm happy. I love the presentation, but the cigar is good, so I can deal with that. Okay. Alright, yeah. So at least I'm not the only one that feels that way. The cigar is pretty good. The cigar is not bad at all. But just the... There's a new version with a red band. I have not seen the red band one. But this cigar can go really well with coffee because all I pretty much taste is a woodsy coffee. A woodsy coffee flavor. It's not too strong. Even though I think the vitamin N is about medium. or medium plus. But overall flavor isn't too strong. Am I disappointed with this particular design? A little bit. See, the thing is that, you know, I would think that special editions, you don't just add a band to make it like special edition. You do much more than that to be a special edition, especially for the price that they're charging. Now, the box they do is pretty good, but it doesn't justify the overall cost of creating the cigar. So sometimes I just feel like the vault editions, they use paper wrappings over a plastic, and then have these individual cigars in there, and they charge about $40 a stick on one of those vault edition cigars, and you just wonder, like, that cigar itself doesn't cost $40, and that has to be the packaging. But your vault edition package is paper, all right? It's paper. It's the same paper they use in those, like, you know, deli. They put meats over it and then wrap with the paper. It's the same kind of paper. It doesn't cost that much for that packaging. So you're wondering where the money go, right? With that said, here's the thing. One of the members posted a cutter from Davidoff that's like 350 euro. And obviously you can buy a lot of cigar with that money, right? And you're wondering why is that cutter costs so much. Now, a lot of time, certain items has markup for exclusivity. And what does that mean? Literally, they don't want you to buy it. Literally, they don't want you to buy it. Right? And you're like, what is that supposed to mean? They don't want you to buy it. Now, here's the thing, okay? So cold. Gotta zip up because I'm cold. Alright, so they raise the prices so that the total amount owner is not a lot. They don't want everyone to have it. They don't want everyone. The feeling of paying that price is gone if everybody have it, right? For example, if everybody has Colibri, deep V cutter, now you just feel like that's a common thing, right? Everybody can have it. Everybody can buy it. But when they raise the price of a certain cutter or certain lighter to, even if it's extraordinary price, for example, if they raise this V cutter to $500, this does not cost $500 to make, right? If they raise it to $500, the next time you see someone goes, you'll be like, oh shit, is that the $500 cutter? That's the only reason, right? It doesn't cost $500, but you'll be the only few that has it, and that you won't run into another person with it. So you feel like you're getting much more, but you're not. Now, obviously, they do that with a lot of luxuries thing, like a sneaker for $800 when the sneaker costs literally $80 to make, with top grade leathers, okay? And this is why, like, there's so many fake sneakers out there, because literally you can make a sneaker with $4 US, like those pleather and everything. You can make a sneaker with $4 US, 4, right? You can go get your Jordan for $5 in China. You can get a fake Jordan for $5 in China. Can you really? Yeah, you can. You could if you work your negotiation skill, because they only cost $4, and they will rather earn that $1 than not sometimes. So you can literally get your fake Jordans for $5, and that's how much it costs. So why would it cost $800 to sell sneakers? Well, they don't want everybody to wear the same sneakers, so that when you wear it, you feel special, and people can actually pinpoint you in the middle of the mall, says that guy just spent $800 on a sneaker. So yeah, that cutter, does it really cost 350 pounds? No. It probably costs, at most, let's say it's a top grade steel and everything is super thick and all that stuff is weighted, at most $100. Now, Saint DuPont spend their things are build quality. Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, there's weight to it. There's a lot of how do I say it? There's a lot of QAs. I mean, there's a lot of quality assurance, and there's a lot of like checking, and then they scrap a lot of things. That like when it's not good enough, they scrap it. So when they scrap it, they lose money. So that's where they calculate all that into one cost. So when you ask me whether or not this lighter is worth $1,000 or $899, was it worth $899? And I'll say, yeah, this thing will last a long time. People literally find these in water, like all rusted and everything, and rebuild these. And they will rebuild these. Granted, this very famous sound from this thing, this noise, is just a spring. They tune it so that's a special sound. The fake ones actually sounds better. I don't know why. The fake one just sounds better. But that's where the money goes. That's where the money goes. Like when you go out, people can recognize it by just listening to the sound. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about, even though technically we haven't even got to our part of talking about regular things, and I can tell you the happenings between today and yesterday and the day before, pretty much not much. I mean, I've been paying a lot of attention to overseas news because there's a lot of things going on overseas. I try to fit everything together. And get them done so I can have the time on Saturday to hang out for like 3 hours. I hope it's 3 hours. It's gotta be like 3.5 hours. Be like, what? Nobody has the time for that. So I've been doing a lot of that. Other than that, I'm planning for the raffle. I'm planning for the 2021. I'm actually planning ahead of for 2020 with what we're doing for 2020. Chances are there's got to be some small meets, especially in New York. And this time I probably want to go to another lounge and stuff like that. And if you're in the New York area, you know another place that's pretty good to hang out, let me know. Obviously, I do like to go to the Carnegie Club in New York. I don't know if you guys been there before. They have live jazz and everything. Full bar, and they sell Davidoffs there at an inflated price, of course. It's a nice place. It has the thing going on, like the prohibition bar kind of thing going on. But that they open at night, like really late at night. So, good question. We did not. It kept going between gold and two-tone, right, or multiple tone. I am thinking. I'm swaying towards the gold version, to be really honest with you, because you know, I feel they set better together. You know, I mean this if you had a pick, well, you had a lapel pin, just look at it. That's pretty much how the coin is gonna look like, except you know the hat and stuff will be gold too. That's pretty much how the coin is gonna look like. If we had the white face, the face dimples in. It goes in because they need to lay the white ink on it. I don't think that it follows our evolution of things because right now we have so many versions of things going on that I want to kind of follow the common theme so that they kind of set together and then changes the next year as we sway back to color. So I'm working on that. And I really sway towards gold. I think there's, even though right now it's kind of tight in terms of like who choose gold, who choose white. I mean, it's always going back and forth. It's been going back and forth. So in the end, we might either have to go with Fernando's suggestion by flipping a coin, or I just had to be a tiebreaker. Price is the same though. But I think it will make a good contrast compared to our first coin, because first coin is our color, so everything goes in. This one will be all gold, so everything comes out. Looks better. Looks better. And obviously, I'm still trying to get the final count on people that want it, how many they want. Because here's the thing: the more I order, the cheaper they get. So it's easier for everybody to afford it. The thing is that I don't raise the price like everybody else who, like, you know, if you want a club coin, you pay $20. $20 is way too much. I don't want to charge anybody $20 per coin. So I wanted to be able to make a big enough order so that the price goes down and yada yada yada. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm still hoping more people will put their name down for the order and all that stuff ahead of time and not wait last minute and says, hey, do you have any more coin left? Well, I don't, and I can't order some more, because if I order, let's say I ran out, I order 10 more. Let's say if I order 10 more, that 10 more will be at the highest price point, because their price point to get even close to an affordable range, it has to order at least 100 every time. So if I only order 10, you'll be paying double. That coin will literally cost $20. All right, so that's why I want to get everybody's order together before I order them. And chances are I had to order a lot more out of my own pocket and just let it sit. Basically let it sit. Am I too worried about the coin won't be gone? And like, if I order too much, would it be gone, and would it be able to get rid of it at the end? I'm not too worried. I know that it will, but I don't really want to have year one's coin at the end of year one. I know at that point we'll do the Christmas and give out coins. You can send me a message too. I can put a count, especially if you put it on that same same post, so that I can, you know, check back to make sure I have everybody, because I had to take another final count and all that stuff, and usually I wanted to keep it organized, because when I'm not organized, I don't know what's going on. So that's why I literally keep doing another count, because I don't want to lose count. Now, someone has said we should put 2020, the year 2020 on that coin. Do you guys want that? I can still make that change. It wouldn't cost too much to make that change. I can still make that change, put 2020 on it. Do you guys want me to put 2020 on the coin? On the backside where it says 1 year? Like, since we don't have a lot of people here, I can kind of, I don't have to go through 50 counts of people said yes and no. Alright. So I probably have them put 2020 somewhere, so that you guys can know it's 2020. I'm good with a year on it. Alright, so yeah, I can get back to them when we decide on the final color, and I'll tell them that, you know, right before you do all that, add 2020 on there. Even though 1 year anniversary, you guys should know is 2020, because he says established 2019, right? And so if the front says established 2019 and you flip over, it's 1 year anniversary, yeah, it's 2020. Now, I'm not gonna put anything in the hat, because I already had one demo that anything in the hat you cannot read. Look at how small the hat is. You can't even see it from this coin. From this point on, right? Can you see how small the hat is? If I put any words in there, you will not be able to see it. It will be so thin you can't see anything. Right? There's no way to put anything in the hat and be legible. Now, if you just look at it, let's say if this is the coin, and right, this is way bigger than the coin should be, right? So let's say this is the coin over here. And imagine I put 2020 in there. You're not gonna be able to read anything. You gotta give room to have inks, right? So, or enamel. So if you put it in there, you won't be able to see anything. Just imagine that how small the coin is, and you know it's only ½ inch bigger than last time. So if you look at your coin now and you don't think you can fit anything in the hat, no, you cannot fit anything in the hat. Literally, the only way to fit anything in the hat is if we make the hat black and have the 2020 in gold. And even that would still be very hard to read. It wouldn't be legible. Alright. It gets more chocolatey as I smoke down to half point. And it's very, very peppery. It's very, very peppery. It reminds me of the Cigar Dojo version of the Davidoff. Very, very peppery. Now, I personally don't like peppery stuff. Some people love peppery flavor. It's just the way they like it. They want a pepper bomb. They want that whole thing to burn them to you know, the door to hell. And then open the door and go, oh yeah, and then close the door. You know, for me, I just don't like peppery. It makes me sniffle. My nose itch when it's peppery. That's why I always say that I do this, I do that, because it itches when it burns. Cold day, it's good. It's a good thing to be able to enjoy a cigar inside the house, though. Jason Martin, hello. I'll just checking in, doing family thing, but we'll watch live later tonight or in the morning. SSL rocks. With that say, I am making a few additional stickers. They're small. They're label stickers, but I want to make some stickers just for the heck of it. And on the sticker, that sticker, they say you can put on your car and literally will not come off because of weather. It's weatherproof stickers. And I wanted to have a skull on the top, and the bottom just hashtag SSL4L. You know, SSL for life, SSL4L on the bottom. Just that simple sticker for those people who want to put one tiny sticker on their car. It's literally, how big would it be? Probably smaller than, it's probably like this big. That's how big the sticker is. It's just a tiny, tiny label sticker. So I wanted to make those. You know, you can stick on things, you can stick on ashtrays, you can stick on the back of your phone, that kind of stuff. So that's the next sticker I want to make. It's just a question of what color the background is going to be. Most likely it's going to be black background with our group logo, not the skull logo, the group logo. I don't have a group logo right now that's not with group logo. All right, with group logo and says SSL for life on the bottom. Chances are it's gonna be one of those. I have one of my stickers on my car. It hasn't faded off. The sticker I make is actually pretty good condition. I mean, so far everywhere I stick to, I have a couple of those stickers on my luggage, and my luggage is beat up, but the sticker's still good. So it's like, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. But yeah, I'm working on design on those. And like you guys know, I already made additional regular logo. Because the skull logo is so good, we pretty much make everything in skull logo lately. And I just want to go back to kind of pay some respect to our original logo, you know, the original logo. So I'll start making some more stuff that's with the original logo. I don't know what I'm going to make it, but, you know. Original logo. I miss the original logo. I mean, I like the original logo. The logo is good. Just that the skull one is just. Wait, Ash Green don't have that logo sticker? I'm pretty sure you have one. Because you are here in the very beginning. And we have given out that sticker many, many times. I thought you would have one. Or two. To be really honest with you. I mean, that logo is literally the same logo as our magnet on the bottom. You just get the ugly me on the top, so. Ah! Yes, I have a few more magnets. So yeah, we have a few of these things going on. I just basically sort out what I have for swag left over and literally put everything on my table so that on Saturday I'm just gonna give all of them out. So and whatever left over, you know, you guys can order. What? Okay, I see. Sherry's not happy with the logo with me on it because with me on it is ugly. I see how it is. I see how it is. Yeah. But yeah, I'll make more of those as we go. I think it's time to kind of balance out the usage of our logo. Because I look down, we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different items with the skull logo. And we have literally one item with the OG group logo. And then we have some of these holographic ones. Even though I did make more of these, I just have to wait for it to arrive. So that you can see the difference between the logos. This one is all holographic. This is my first version, which I did not like as much because the entire thing is too much holographic that I don't think anybody can read or see the logo. So I made the change, the same change as I made the on the skull one. So this is the original skull one. You see, everything is holographic, so you can't see anything, right? This is the new one where you can see the skull much better because the skull itself is not holographic. Everything else is, but the skull itself is not. You see the difference between what you can see and what you cannot see. So I made the same changes on the group one, and when it arrives, it will be part of the swags for the raffle as well. Hopefully I arrive in time. If not, I'll just wait until it gets here and I'll give it to you guys too. Same thing. Same thing, alright? The new one is cool as hell. So yeah, we have those going on. We have a remake of those. We'll continue to have those skull one and the group one. I think I'll make more of the group one because I want to utilize that more. Especially the Bob Cigar guy one uses the group one, so if you want to pair them up, we can do that. And eventually one day I'm pretty sure we'll be making a crossover with the Cigar Mechanic one. I just have to figure out how to do that. I might cut and paste those faces somewhere. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. And I still have all these leftover patches to give out as prizes, so you know, have plenty of these. And cigar picks and lapel pins, so that if you didn't get those swags during the time that they're released, now it's time where I bring out all the leftovers and they're gonna be prizes. The Jalapa, right? Jalapa Ligero in this cane Daytona is hitting the spot right now. Well, Ligero is a strong, it makes any cigar strong. If you have any Ligero in any part of the cigar, it makes a cigar strong. You can have a Connecticut wrapper and everything, you just put a little bit of Ligero in there, it will be a strong one. So I actually think that's probably how the Boulay from Steve Saka is kind of strong because they must have some Ligero or something like that in there to make it strong. And just for the record, I still think that's infused somehow to get that sweetness, because that sweetness is not natural. It's not natural. I thought we were going to do a show with Cigar Mechanic. Usually, okay, here's the deal with closing, the close, okay? Usually, I want them to make the t-shirts because, like I say, I'm not trying to make profit. So if they can profit, I'd rather have them do it so that they can use the funding to do whatever. Of course, if they don't want to make it, eventually I can do it. You know, if they say, hey, you can use the logo to do it, I'll do it. I just haven't done it because I asked them to do it so that they can handle the sales of it instead of me. Because when I do it, and I gotta be really honest with you guys, something like that, because I go through Teespring, Teespring will report tax if I sell too much of those, and I don't want it to go over that threshold where I will stop paying tax on them. That's why I haven't been making anything special. For something like that, I rather do it order like ahead of time to get a head count and just make one order of all those and send it out. But I just can't handle the sheer amount right now, so I haven't done those yet. We have so many things going on right now that if I jump off and do all the other stuff, I won't have enough time to make sure everything is done correctly. Especially something like t-shirts. I just can't. We need some SSL ashtrays. This is one of those things we talked many times. Last time when we were ready to make something SSL, like cutter and lighter and ashtray, you guys all asked about it, but when I put up to see how many people wants it, nobody wants it. So, that's why we don't have it yet. Keep in mind, if I were to make anything like those customized, like screen printed stuff on anything, the minimum order is 100. The minimum order is 100. That's why I can't just make one when there's only 20 people that wants it. When we can get to 100 people, then I'll make it. But that's the thing. Those things require 100. Same with the cups and everything. Like I literally order some serious amount of cups. I drop an entire box and I still have leftover. I drop and broke entire box of 30 and I still have leftover. That's how much I ordered. I had to order that much so that per cup, those price makes sense. Not joking. I literally have cups left. I have about half box of cups left over. That's after me dropping an entire box. Now you ask me how did I drop that box? I had the box stacked when I brought it downstairs. And when I tried to move a box off, and it literally slipped and it fell down. So the entire box was gone. We all need to pitch in for a 3D printer. Now, having a 3D printer is not a problem. I can go buy one if it's necessary. Okay? I think the material, I don't know, the material is obviously not heat resistant, right? The material is obviously not heat resistant. So even if I print it out, you can't use an ashtray because it's not heat resistant. That's how you melt those things, right? So using a 3D printer is not going to be good enough to print it. Not to mention, for a 3D printer to print right, you literally need to set it up. So I don't know how to set it up. I'm not a graphic major, so I can't do that. Okay, yeah, I'll save one for you. That's fine. That's no problem. I got some more left. I thought about put some of those cups as prizes. The reason I didn't is because the shipping on them are ridiculous. Like you guys already know. You received it. The shipping costs almost $20 to ship 2 cups or something like that. That's ridiculous kind of shipping. That I didn't want to do all the time. I just want to make sure that everybody receive what they order and that one time, because shipping 1 cup for like $10-15 is kind of stupid in terms of price wise. That's why I didn't want to do it again. I thought about making a decanter, but the decanter is $100 each. $100 each. They're nice decanters, but $100 each plus shipping, that's even too expensive for my taste. I mean, like, is it really important to have a decanter to go with it? Oh no, I'm wearing my Coca-Cola pants. This is my Coca-Cola pants. I love this pants, by the way. Like, this is one of my favorite pants to wear at home, regardless how cold it is, because it's loose and yeah, it's just nice pants. So that way I don't have to sit here in my underwear. Actually, that's not that hard to make. I can actually make those. That's not that hard to make. I can actually make those. It's just that it's kind of weird for anybody to wear that. So yeah, the closing stuff is the hard part, right? Even the hats. The hats are super hard. Like, you know, I only have certain sizes. Like this is small medium. Small medium fits my head. Small medium fits my head, but medium large is too big. So you know, everybody's hat is there. Everybody's head is different. So if you win, I have to tell you what size I have left. Like this is large, extra large. It's huge. It's huge. Large, extra large, and this is Velcro. So Velcro is has the room to adjust, but not too much. And even these are still large. Even these are still large. That's why I like the beanies, because they're like one size fits all. Let you put this back on to the side, and yeah, most of what I have is all large and extra large. But then, if we have enough people that needs a different size, I'll probably try to make a different size. I just don't know what everybody's size is. I like my hat to go over my big old Dumbo ears. I don't know if that's something that you want to do, because it sinks too much. It makes your head look flat. But I am looking into making a trucker hat. I know a lot of you guys love the trucker hat, where the back is the mesh. Because if you're Arizona, you want that mesh because it's hot. However, I haven't found the right color. A lot of those trucker hats multiple color. I just want single black color, and they don't have it yet. So I had to look into that. But I will make them. I'll make them eventually. And I'll probably have a habit of ordering 25 hats and stay in the house every time. Like, if you can tell, all these are actually samples. Every time I make adjustment, is one sample. So some of them might look slightly different. These are all samples. So every time I make one adjustment, it's a different hat. Every time I make another adjustment, it's a different hat. So I had to go through so many adjustments before I can have one perfect hat. And majority of you guys probably can't tell the difference. What difference did I make? What adjustment did I make? It's really hard to make the skull look and feel the same way. I should show you guys a picture that Fernando has tried to make. He gave the logo to one of his local companies, and they made it. It has totally different feel. Let me show it to you guys though. I think that's a good opportunity for me to show it to you guys. Let me send it to myself and then show it to you guys. 1 second. How do I do this? Okay. Fernando. It looks like they literally try to do 1-to-1, and the skull look evil as hell. You have to know it's very hard to do this correct. Alright, so I do this. I send it over to myself. Come on. Come on. You can do it! Alright, so I'll show it to you guys. Give me 1 second. I know it's on the live show. It's kind of weird to wait, but let me do it. Come on, load. Why won't you load? You know, whenever I need my computer to run fast, it never runs fast. Whenever I don't care, it runs pretty fast. All right, here we go. Message. And we're almost there. We're almost there. I'll show you both, and you'll see like how different they are. Okay. Alright, now I download both. I'm gonna allow you guys compare. Alright. Downloads. Alright, here we go. Might be too big. Can you guys see this? Even though I'm behind it. You see how like this skull became super evil? What do you guys think? So let me put this to the side, and then I put another one, where that's the end version of the way I make it. Let's see. You see that? Here's the two. If you compare the two, they look very different, right? They look very different. This is why like a lot of various changes need to be changed, because they don't look right. They don't look right. They look evil. And that's not what our group stands for. We're not evil. I don't want the group look wicked and evil. So that's why, many changes needed. So yeah, there's a lot of detail onto it, and then once it's on the hat, it gets even more weirder. It gets even more weirder. I can show it to you, huh? Let's see. Where is it? Down low. The entire hat had a different feel to it. Can you guys see it? Can you guys see it? Even though from a distance it looks the same, but once you go close to it, once you get close to it, it's missing something. The feel is just not the same. And my biggest problem is that it will not fit any of our designs because it just looks weird. And you can see the sides are bowing up. They kind of crinkled because the amount of stitch that's on it. And all the words are literally almost not legible. Like in the shadow we reunite, can you even read the word in the shadow? The shadow or smokers or legion, they don't look legible anymore, right? Because the amount of stitching that's required, it makes it crinkle. It makes it lack of detail because all the detail went to the skull, and even though it looks nice, it's just that it doesn't fit correctly anymore. Like the theme doesn't look right anymore. And that has to do with the overall stress that's onto the hat itself. Okay, so even though I put it together, it won't do it because all the image is focused in that face, and all the rest of the thread count is different. And obviously the price goes up too, with the amount of stitching that's required on that. So that's why that was scrapped, and then the new ones are coming up to have less detail. Basically, it just doesn't have the round dials, the circles, but it will still be arranged the same way, and you'll be able to see it. So yeah, they still look okay. They still look okay with this version. So that's why I went with this version rather than the other version. Just look cleaner. I feel like the entire thing on the hat looks too much. So that's why it's not on the hat. That's why the hat versions arranged this way, but there is a new one that's coming out soon that has a different arrangement. Their artists still had to work on it. There's artists don't work. It's a continued work in progress. Every version is slightly different. Every version is slightly not the same. Now, if you don't know, every design has a small glitch to make it so that you can know if you had the first version or not. How do you know if you had the first version of anything? For example, if you have one of these, how do you tell this is the first version? The eye in the Legion are shorter than everything else. The eye in the Legion is shorter than everything else. That was corrected after the second version came out. We correct the eye. But if you had the first version of this, you have the eye shorter than everything else. And that's how you know you had the OG version. Literally the first version we ever made. Hey, Eric. So yeah, everything has different versions. And when I first made these things, obviously, I don't have any experience in making any of these things. So I just give them the as is. But as we go, we fix different things, and I work with the designer more before they print things, and that's how things are changed, things are fixed. So yeah, we have different version of everything, including this hat. Now you might not be able to tell what's the difference between the hat, but this hat has more smoke. Can you tell? This hat has more smoke than our current version has less smoke. Less smoke, more smoke. So yeah, there's different in the versions, and even though they kind of portray the same thing, the still our logo, it just looks slightly different. It just looks slightly different. Almost done with this cigar. We're only 59 minutes in, and this cigar is almost done. So this cigar actually burns relatively quick, and I don't even feel like I'm smoking this that quick. Mostly coffee and cocoa. There's a little bit saltiness here and there, but not noticeable. Not noticeable unless you're looking for it. If you're not looking for it, you can't even tell there's a little bit saltiness to it. Now, I think one of the things that people like a lot is our paper coasters. Paper coasters. I am looking to make a permanent one, like a print, not like print on, but like stamp on leather ones. I don't know. Would you guys like that? Something like those, like a set of like 5 coasters, like just stamp on leather. They'll be just no color but stamped. On the cup, even though it's only one color, technically it's 2 color. So you can kind of see the face. But if you stamp on leather, I don't know how that's gonna look like. I probably had to order one set first to see how it looks like, and if it's good, then I'll release it to you guys for purchase. But keep in mind, there is no... Everything I release to you guys is at cost, so... That's why there's such a small amount. What is my favorite size of the Grand Cru? I've been really liking the number 3. Grand Cru. What is that size? I think that was... Hold on a second. Let me get the size up. Because I never buy the Grand Cru with their sizings. I just choose them. But I can tell you which one I like the most. Grand Cru. Which size do you say you like the most? Let me see again. You like the number 3? Number 3. Okay. I actually like the number 4. Or the Robusto. I think Robusto is what I smoke the most when it comes to Grand Cru. So Grand Cru Robusto is what I smoke the most. If I can't find Robusto, it's actually number 4. I like the smaller ones. I don't like the cigar to be too long because when it's too long, I tend to smoke a lot faster. When it's the right size, like Robusto, I tend to smoke in the regular speed. This is the funny part. Like, you know, when it comes to something that should take an hour and a half, I smoke within an hour 15, and I smoke the same amount of time for Robusto. For Robusto, I can smoke about an hour and a half, an hour 15. So I noticed that when it's longer, I tend to smoke more and faster compared to a smaller cigar where I don't feel as rushed to smoke them. So I usually go with the Robusto. A Robusto is probably my favorite size out of every cigar. Like, if I can find Robusto when I'm buying a cigar, I will buy Robusto. Robusto is like the perfect size. Alright, Robusto is the size that I go with. So in terms of number 3, it is just thinner. The ring gauge is smaller, like nine gauges smaller, but it's still longer. So because it's longer, I tend to smoke faster. But Robusto is the right size, right thickness. I think a lot of time where people will say, you know, because I bought a double Corona or something like that, that's equivalent to a Robusto. Technically, it's not. The thinness had to do with the amount of filling and binder that's in there. So the smaller the gauge means the less of filler that's in there, just more wrapper, right? And I actually like the filler more than wrapper. I know people was gonna say majority of the time you're smoking the wrapper. The wrapper is the most flavor. Now, that's something that I personally think differ. I like complexity, and the complexity actually came from the filler. So the more filler you have, the more complexity you have. The more wrapper you have, the more single flavor that you will have. So a lot of people like those Lanceros. They are literally just all wrapper and probably 1 or 2 fillers in there. Like 1 or 2 sticks of filler in there. There's not a lot of filler to make it that thin, right? So if you think about the filler and binder and the wrapper take over all the space, you don't have all this complexity. So if you just like the wrapper taste, then yeah, Lanceros. But if you like the complexity, you need the cigar to have some gauge to it. You need the cigar to have enough fillers and binder in there. And this is why I think knob are so popular in terms of good cigar. Even though it's so tiny, it still burns well. But because there's a lot of filler and binder in there, that makes it tasty without having to take multiple puffs. Single puff, you burn majority of the filler and binder and just a little bit of the wrapper. So you get more flavor out of that. You don't have to smoke that fast. So that's why a knob will last you an hour or 2. A knob is literally a little bit longer than this right now. But it burns slow because you smoke slower. There's so much things burning in that one puff versus the multiple puffs to get that flavor in. So I actually like cigar that's short enough and has enough gauge size, ring gauge, that it gives you the flavor of those complexity, not just the flavor of the wrapper. I almost feel like getting a Lancero is like getting my money gypped. I feel cheated a lot of time when I smoke a Lancero. That's why I don't personally like Lancero. I don't smoke Lancero because I feel like I'm being robbed. Because Lancero is not necessarily cheaper. Lancero is about the same price. I have especially 7 from the meet in New York when they were first released. It was an okay Davidoff, but it wasn't really worthy of a Davidoff name in my opinion. I agree with that. See, the Special 7, they have multiple versions. That's not the only version that they have. There are times they have good ones, and there are times they have bad ones. This particular one, I think, has too much licorice flavor that it really tones down every other nice flavor. And I don't like licorice. I don't even eat licorice. For example, I don't eat those. Those thing called? The stick that's like strawberry looking licorice thing, but then they don't taste like anything. I don't know why people say that tastes like strawberry, but it doesn't. It's mostly licorice, especially the black one. Oh my god, they don't taste good at all. They don't taste good at all to me. So I don't like licorice, and that cigar had a Twizzler, exactly. Thank you. And I don't like that flavor. So when I don't like that flavor, that cigar automatically just not something I like. I bought a box, but I realized how much I don't like it. And I haven't bought any more cigars since that. I mean, I usually will buy a box because I feel like the box makes more sense because I'm paying for the box as well. You know what I'm saying? When you buy a cigar, you're also paying for that box. I don't want to buy a single cigar, but there are cigars where I only buy a few sticks because I'm not sure. I'm not too sure. So if the box looks great, then yeah, I'll just, you know, to get I would just get the entire box because I like the box. But for something just like cigar, for example, this cigar has a box. I did get the box, but I wouldn't buy the entire box for it because the cigar itself, I'm not too sure. And the decoration for the cigar isn't that special either. Now, I'm smoking this one. I can tell you that this cigar isn't that particularly different than a lot of their simple, what's the thing called? The chef selections. They have those like chef selections, not the chef edition, but the chef selections. They have a few of those, and this literally just tastes like those. And chef selections are $10, $15 each. This cigar is almost 40. See what I'm saying? When it comes to that, I wouldn't buy the box. But the rats, you buy the box. The box is lacquered. You know, it costs a lot of money to make them. So I don't mind to buy the entire box, even if the cigar sucks. But in this case, the cigar wasn't that bad. The rat wasn't that bad, but it is a serious, strong cigar. It's not something that, you know, lack of flavor. It does have a lot of strength and flavor. There's quite a few snacks I don't eat. That Twizzler is one of those. The Grand Cru presentation isn't all that, but the cigar is amazing smoke and well worth the box buy. Yes, I mean the Grand Cru and the Grand Cru is one of the core selection. The Grand Crus and what is that's called? Shoot, it just ran out of my mind just now. The Grand Crus, shoot, I should know those, but right now it ran out of my mind. The Grand Cru, Manilian, and 6000, 2000s, Special R's, they're all their core lines, right? Those are the core line stuff, so they're good. They're good. I think the only really, really bad that's made by Davidoff that I personally have problem with is the Griffins. The Griffins are horrible. All right, the Griffins are horrible. I know it's a lot cheaper, but the Griffins are horrible. So, and then recently I found out the 3x3s. Even Davidoff themselves don't sell it. I cannot find it in the Davidoff in New York, the 3x3. So when I first saw the 3x3 in Cigars Daily, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And they're so cheap, I might as well buy them. Not even Tim will sell it to me. He was like, no, I can't even get those away because they're that bad. Hey, Yasser! I like the Davidoff Nicaraguan Diamante. Okay, obviously, the Diadema is expensive. That's not an average people cigar, okay? That's not average people cigar. I think the latest release of Diademas are like $90 a stick. But granted, the sticks are this big. Alright? The Diademas are this big. So, you are getting your money kind of worth it, but that's expensive cigar. That's not everyday cigar. That's definitely not the everyday cigars, okay? And Davidoff Nicaragua is definitely one of my favorite. One of my favorite. They are pricey though. The Nicaraguan and Yamasa and today all the cigar names are skipping my head. Escurio, they are kind of pricey. All right, they're quite pricey cigars, but they are good though. They are good. They are one of those cigars that where I smoke one and I'll be satisfied with it for the day. I mean, they are something like something like Griffin, I will have to smoke 2 more cigars after that to feel satisfied, because it's just not good. It's just not good. But the Nicaraguan, they have a lot of flavor. That's one thing they did right. Somehow the packaging for Nicaraguan also attracts people. But Yamasa is just as good, if not better. Yamasa, when it first released, nobody wants it. No one wants it. They couldn't get rid of it. They couldn't get rid of it. Until later on, people tried it, and they're like, this is actually a pretty good cigar. Now, in terms of volcanic area cigars, hey, Elia, haven't seen you for a while. In terms of volcanic cigar, especially if you smoke the one that's from Plasencia lately, the Fuego, I think the Yamasa beats it. I think the Yamasa still is that much better. I never had the Year of Sheep. I can tell you that for sure. I never had the Year of Sheep. When I start buying, the Year of, I started at the Year of Rooster. So I did not have the Year of Sheep. But I did receive my Year of the Rat today. I did have, I smoked one on Facebook the other day. It was good. It was a good cigar, but strength. There's some serious strength there. Chef Edition is one of those things too. They changes all the time. But I have to be really honest with you though. Even though it's Chef Blend, I don't feel like it's Chef Blend. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see the difference between a Chef Blend one or a Master Blender one. I mean, I think they're just as good. They just want to put the name out there, I think. But Chef Edition is very iffy. 1 year be really, really good. Like the 2017 one is really, really, really good. 2018 one, 2019 one, I didn't even bother buying it, I think. I think I have like 1 or 2 sticks, and that was it. I didn't even bother buying it. But yeah, I have made a commitment to buy less Davidoff next year. So hopefully Davidoff doesn't release anything crazy next year, because I made the commitment. I need to buy less Davidoffs. I need to buy less Davidoffs. Christopher, I do have the notables too. I have a lot of notables. I bought an entire box of notables at home. Yeah, Yazzer isn't impressed with the later release. So Yazzer smokes quite a bit of Davidoff, I'm pretty sure. So if he's the same way as I am, he wouldn't be anywhere near impressed for the 2018-2019. It was just not the same. For me, still right now, the flavor Davidoff that I had for this year and even last year is the Macau edition. That one was great. That one was great. Here, Chris, are you in the raffle? If you're in the raffle, you win some cigars. I will swap one of the cigars for the notable in there for you. It's that simple. I just swap one of the cigar for you. Same thing. Now, I don't really mind just swap the cigar for you guys, but these are the cigars that I actually like. So if you don't really like those cigars, I can probably swap 1 or 2 of them for you. That's totally fine. For the raffle, it's all for the fun. So if you don't like the cigar that you win, I'd probably swap something else for you. That simple, right? That's that easy. It's that easy. It's all for the fun. It's all for the fun. I have to say, I'm very jealous about the raffle. Even though I'm the person that's running the raffle, and because I'm running the raffle, I'm not part of the raffle. I cannot win anything, and because I can't win anything, I'm looking at these prizes and all the people that contribute their prizes. I'm like, man, I wish I had that. I wish I could get one of those. Yaz's prizes are just over the top. Over the top, all right? The soy sauce that he has included. It's one of those that I would buy at hundreds of dollars. And unfortunately, I have to automatically disqualify myself because I'm the one that's running it. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. It's those things. Soy sauce. I have to say soy sauce. You can't mail those things without, you know, I don't want to put evidence out there. Alright? Soy sauce. Those soy sauce are, oh my god. I'm looking at them like, oh man. I wouldn't mind to keep some of those in my shelf so that I can drink them when I want to. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. But, you know, I'm going to have a lot of fun this Saturday. I can tell you that. Last time I had a lot of fun. We all went crazy. And to be really honest, I don't know if any other group does that. Does any other group? You guys are in a lot of other groups. Does any other group does this kind of stuff? Like run a raffle, that kind of stuff, and a party? Yazer definitely do above and beyond. I can tell you that. Even though he has been MIA a little bit lately, he still do above and beyond. I can tell you that. And Yazer is really cool to hang out with. If you never hang out with Yazer and you're in the area where he is in, you guys should hang out. Yeah, his cigar bomb has automatically blow up quite a bit of mailboxes. I mean, I'm very proud of our members, and I hope, you know, those people that's gonna join us from the open enrollment. I feel like, I hope that they are just as good. I mean, everybody who invited in, we have people come and go, and literally they are not fitting, so they left, which I totally understand. But I want to keep our group the same way because it just like no other group. I mean, none of other groups, so. Just been busy with family coming in and out of town. I totally understand. You know, I'm not requiring everyone to be on the forum all day long, like me. I'm on it all day long. This is like a second job, if not 2 or 3 jobs together, right? But all you had to do was show up once in a while. Just tell us you're okay. You know, you're hanging out. You're doing your busy. I'm okay with that. You know, I feel like a lot of people take being active as a chore. I don't want you to feel that way. You know, the group is just that. The more you contribute into the group, the more you hang out in the group, the more things are being filled to your life about this hobby, right? You can enjoy more, you can share what you have, and then a lot of times you find new information. So all right, Joseph, talk to you later. So, you know, it's not that I'm requiring everybody to be here all day long every day. Check in once in a while, you know, once a month, once a week. That's totally fine. Just check in. And, you know, when I tag the entire group, you just had to check that message. How long does it take you to check one message, one post, one time in a week? It's not that long, right? So I don't think I'm asking too much. I'm just asking everybody to be somewhat active, meaning checking once in a while. Like, for example, if you're in a part of a, let's say, a fraternity, like that's, I can't find a good example, but for example, a fraternity. If you join a fraternity, you still talk to one of the brothers once in a while, right? You wouldn't like disappear for 3 months and not talk to somebody. I really feel like if you don't talk to somebody for 3 months, you're a stranger. And that's just how I run my life the entire way. Just if I don't talk to somebody, if I don't even read about them for three months, that's a stranger to me. So if you drop by once every so often, I still remember that such person existed. That's not that bad. If you join a group, you want to be in that group. You don't want to just not do anything, right? When you don't do anything, what's the point to join the group, right? So call it however you want. Fraternity, legion, a club, a group. This is family, you know. Coming to vent, coming to talk about happy stuff, sad stuff, annoying stuff, even your boss that pisses you off for the day. It's all okay. You know, Joseph tends to post a lot of deals. Ash Queen posts about what she smoked pretty much almost every day. Jeff and James just playing around all day long, every day. Then we have Fernando's trying hard to post stuff every day, and then lately, obviously, William Nunnery used to be very, very active. The amount of Ferrari and Lamborghini that passes my house at nighttime doing like 100 miles an hour in a 40-mile zone is crazy. Now, is your house area that straight? Because 100 miles an hour in a 40-mile zone literally means by the time they end up 100 miles, they already finished the entire street and then some. There's a way to stop them. You know those things that they try to scare animals away? It flashes. If they drove by and they see a flash, the next time they will not do it again. Okay? If somebody drive crazy speed and they see a flash, the next time they won't do it again. I know that's the same for me. If I drove through an area and I saw a flash, I tend to drive slower the next time, just in case that's a speed camera. Right on the same road Cigars Daily is on, so yeah, it's long road. Oh yeah, that is a long road. That's a quite wide road too. But when I was there, I did not see any crazy sports car. I did not see any crazy sports car. Literally the only one I see was the yellow Mustang. Everything else, I haven't seen anything crazy. I haven't seen anything crazy. So Lamborghini and Ferraris in Arizona? Maybe downtown Phoenix, but that area, I don't know. I'm still going through the nightmare of where I stayed last time. Next time, I definitely need to ask somebody. They all came out at night so they can fly up the road. Spike strips? Whoosh. Spike strips. They will never do it again. They'll never do it again. One spike strips. But then again, spike strip will just stop every other car. That's like a semi-highway, isn't it? I thought that road is pretty much a semi-highway. But then again, everybody drive pretty fast in Arizona. The roads are wide. It's big and wide. Everybody drives like crazy. Everybody... Probably 9 out of 10 cars are white. 9 out of 10 cars has check engine lights on. I don't know why every car I sit in has a check engine light on. And everybody's driving fast. Everywhere you want to go is 30-minute plus. The flashing thing is genius. Yeah, all you need to do is plug one of those things that catches animal and turn it into the highest sensitivity. So every time a car drove by, it flashes. When it flashes, people will go slower. That's all you need to do. Because they were driving too fast to even look back to see what was flashing. So all they would see was just one flash. Alright, Sherry, talk to you later. So yeah, flashing light will always slow down a car. When they pass fast, throw a ball and they will slam on the brake fast. Okay. That's if you can catch the car. You know, you have to literally wait there for the car. Pretty much, 100 miles an hour, the spike strip will kill them. They will lose control, they will spin out. Especially something like a Lamborghini. Now, if you never drive a Lamborghini, Lamborghini cannot turn at high speed, I can tell you that. Lamborghini sucks at turning. Lamborghini is fast and straight, and it sounds super great. I mean, during the daytime, it's music to the ears. At nighttime, holy cow, what are you doing, you know? And that car cannot turn. I drove quite a few. In fact, when I'm in China, that's what I drive. But it doesn't turn. It doesn't turn. Like, when you try to turn into one of those, you know, one of those turns that's almost over 90 degrees turn? Lamborghini will have trouble turning around, so. Check engine light is a suggestion on the West Coast. Well, I understand not all check engine light is that big of a deal, and a lot of times you know, bad fuel and air ratios. So long as there's no knocking, you're okay for now. You know, a lot of times one sensor that gone bad. Okay, but still, when you have a check engine light, shouldn't you check what is going on? And if you know what's going on, just reset the light. Just do that one thing. Not a lot, just one thing. Reset the light, you'll be fine. You know, that's all you have to do. It's not crazy. I feel uncomfortable when my car has any lights on. Any light. I had to go fix it right away because I'm like OCD like that. I like to keep things working in top condition. So anything's wrong, I tend to want to fix it. So having one light on my car is like big no-no. Going to the dealer tomorrow to fix it. So I don't know, just a different point of view. And back in the day, I don't really mind. When I'm younger, I always modify the car. And when you modify the car, some light's going on. You put a chip in there, light going on. You change your rim and doesn't have the air pressure sensor, light goes on. There's always light going on. So if you put a turbo kit in there, light goes on. The Mexican fix is to put a picture of the Virgin Mary over where you are with the lights on. I guess so. I guess so. I guess that will work. That's a crazy way to get it working. But what am I supposed to do? Put a Buddha in front of it? Put a fat Buddha right in front of it. My Audi looks like Christmas tree on inside. So you have a lot of lights in there. I don't know if that's a good thing. Well, do you just put a lot of decoration in there? I don't know. Are you talking about Christmas tree like having a lot of lights, or Christmas tree like having a lot of decorations? At 100 miles by yeah, I don't know. For me, I just have to keep it like that because I have a lot of issues when I used to own cars where I modify and use cars and all that stuff. Whenever a light goes on, something's about to go wrong. So now that I can afford it, every time there's a light on, I go fix it right away. I don't even wait because it bothers me. Any creak and vibration noise in the car bothers me. And that, you know, that bothers me. Back in the day, I wouldn't care if my windshield has a long crack across my face, like just like right in front of it. I wouldn't mind it. But now, a thing on the window will bother me. I don't know. As I grow older, I tend to keep things good shape, and then I can't handle it. I can't handle it. Like, and it's the mind thing, because it gets me in. I know something's wrong, and just covering it up doesn't stop me from thinking that something's wrong and to fix it. You know, I can put a sticker on it. I can cut the line so that the light doesn't ever go on. I can remove the light bulb, but I still know something's wrong with it, so I will have to fix it every single time. Every single time. This is why I stopped buying cars that I had to modify. I stopped buying cars where, I mean, true, I can buy old used Supra and soup it up. It'll be a really nice car, but every light that will bother me. A lot of times, check engine light are only sensors that have gone back. Exactly, that's what I was saying. A lot of times it's just an air sensor, airflow sensor that changes or got dirty. A lot of times the fuel ratio, you might have run too lean or something like that. But all those are result of modifications. The warning light are here on. There are some that I have no clue what they mean. Nobody knows what the light means until you plug in the OBD2 sensor to find out what the code means. Literally, I don't even know why they just put the codes. Why couldn't they just tell you something's wrong? Right? You plug it in, it's code 1215. What does that mean? Just tell me air sensor is bad. Couldn't you just do that? Couldn't you just do that? Right? Why do why do they make it purposely hard? Right? You plug it in, you get a number. And then you have to flip the book to find out what that number means. Just give me the freaking code, exactly what it is. You plug it in, Low tire pressure. Thank you. You know, you plug it in. Gas store is not close well. Thank you. You know, I don't need to plug it in and get like 1530. What does that mean? You know, what does that mean? And having codes that you cannot erase. Come on. I already got the idea. I know there's a code. Let me erase it. Whoever programmed those things need to know that people who read the code and then go ahead and erase it ain't gonna fix it on the spot. So just let them erase it. Just let them erase it. Why do you have codes that you cannot erase? What the hell is wrong with you? Right? I plug it in. I know what's the problem. Okay, thank you. Turn the light off. You know? That's okay. I don't need to plug it in, find a code that I cannot erase. I don't know what it means. And the only way to erase it is to go to the store and erase it. Some of those codes, even if you fix it, you still have to go reset it because it won't go away. Whoever came up with that idea? Who? That person has some serious mental issues. They just want to fuck with you. That's it. That's it. All day long. Say, hey, let's make that light to stay on like forever. You know, one of the things that bothers me the most is, like, for example, if I had a BMW and you are low on gas, that message will pop up every single time you come to a complete stop. Every single time you come to a complete stop, all your thing just pops up, says you're low on gas. Well, thank you. I think I can read that light. I don't need that message to pop up every single stop. You drive in the traffic, you stop, message pops up, stop. Drive to another thing, go, stop, pop up again. While in traffic, it will pop 50 times. It drives me crazy. Drives me crazy. Yes, I know I don't have enough gas. Thank you. I already pressed OK. Let me go. You don't have to remind me every single stop. I still have 50 miles of gas in there. I know. Every single stop. You just come to complete stop. Message pops up. Because that little light on the side, that oil gas thing that turned red is not good enough. In fact, it's not even red. It's yellow. It's yellow. That means you still got a few miles to go. You still got a few miles. You're still safe, right? No, message pops up every single time. Drives me crazy. That's one of the things I hate about BMW all the time. Now, Mercedes will pop that message every so often, but it wouldn't be like constant. So, change to Mercedes. Change to Mercedes, right? That's the way it is. Anyways, so I'm done with the cigar. I think we'll talk about all the things we didn't talk about. We don't have a lot of people today, so I'm going to end this early today so that I can get some rest ready for Saturday, because Saturday is going to be a long time. A long time, okay? So yeah, I'm going to end this today here. A little bit shorter than usual, but I feel like if I let up another cigar, it's going to be, you know, I have to finish the cigar before I go upstairs. So I'll do all that, other preparations today. I'll continue to chat with you guys on Facebook. And I'll see you guys on Saturday. Make sure to pop up, you know, sometime during Saturday, just to join the fun, just to join a little fun. Okay, have fun with us. It's gonna be a long show, and then we all win something. We all win something. Everybody's a winner. Let me feel popular as Oprah for the day. Okay, join me. All right, join me. Get your raffle ticket. It's worth it. And we'll end it right here. I will see you guys on Facebook. Tomorrow and the day after that, I think I'll still continue to do stuff. So I'll put out some videos, 30-second videos, so you guys can watch it. All right. So have a good night, everybody. Stay safe, stay nice, behave. Even though James is not here, be good. And I'll see you guys on Facebook.